Today, we're talking about something super important: home security. Specifically, we're going to break down the 5 absolutely critical checks you have to make before you hire a locksmith. Trust me, this will save you a ton of hassle and keep you safe. Okay, so picture this. It's late, you're tired, and you realize you're locked out. Or maybe a key just snapped right off in the lock. Your first instinct, right, is to just grab your phone, Google locksmith near me, and call the first person that pops up. But hold on, that one panicked move could cause you a much, much bigger headache. And here's the shocking reason why. The locksmith industry in the UK is completely unregulated by the government. That means, and I'm not kidding, literally anyone can buy a few tools, print some business cards, and call themselves a locksmith. This opens the door to crazy high prices, really shoddy work, and some major security risks for you and your family.
But don't worry, there is a clear way to sort the pros from the cons. And our very first check is, without a doubt, the most important one. You've got to look for official approval. So, since there's no government body keeping watch, trade associations have had to step up and set the standards themselves. The big one you really need to know about is the Master Locksmiths Association, or the MLA. Think of them as the gold standard, the main gatekeeper for quality and skill in the UK.
So, what does it actually take to get that MLA seal of approval? Well, it's incredibly tough. A locksmith has to pass a criminal background check, they have to prove their skills in some pretty tough exams, agree to have their work inspected on a regular basis, and follow a super strict code of conduct. This is definitely not just a logo they can buy online.
Okay, but here's a huge warning for you. Some of the dodgy operators out there will just illegally slap the MALA logo on their van or website to try and trick you. So just seeing the logo isn't quite enough.
And this is the one step you absolutely cannot skip. You need to go directly to the Master Locksmiths Association's official website. They have a search tool where you can find every single approved locksmith in your area. This is the only way to be 100% sure they're the real deal.
All right, so you've confirmed they're officially approved. That's a huge first step. But the next thing is to make sure they actually have the right skills for your specific problem. And that brings us right to check number 2, skills and experience.
So, what really separates a true professional from an amateur? Well, you want to look for formal qualifications, like the MLA's own Level 4 certificate, or maybe proof that they've done apprenticeships and other training. And you know what? Don't underestimate experience. If a locksmith has been in the business for years, that's a really strong sign that they're reliable and they know what they're doing.
Okay, so you've checked their approval and their skills. Now, how do you find out about their track record? That leads us straight to our third check: customer reviews. And more importantly, how to read between the lines.
Right. First rule, don't just trust the glowing testimonials on a locksmith's own website. I mean, those can easily be faked. You need to head over to independent sites like Google, Trustpilot, or Check a Trade. Look for a good number of reviews spread out over time, and really dig into what people are saying. Are they mentioning specific things, like being on time or being upfront about the price? That's a great sign. Vague comments like "great service" are a bit of a red flag.
Now, our next check is completely non-negotiable because it's all about who you're letting into your home, near your family. Let's talk about safety and background checks. So, a DBS check, which you might remember as a CRB check, is an official background check that shows if someone has a criminal record. When you think about it, you're giving this person access to your property, your belongings, your family's security. So this is absolutely vital.
And hey, this brings us right back to our very first point. If you've already verified that your locksmith is an MLA member, you've already done this check. A clean DBS check is a mandatory part of getting approved, so it's like a built-in layer of security for you. It's a huge peace of mind. Finally, let's talk about the what-if scenario. What happens if something goes wrong? Our fifth and final check is all about protecting yourself financially with insurance and guarantees.
Here are 3 really simple questions you need to ask. First, do you have public liability insurance? This is what covers any accidental damage to your property. Second, do you offer a guarantee on the new locks or parts you're installing? And third, do you guarantee your own work, usually for something like 12 months? A true professional will say yes to all 3 without even hesitating.
Whew! Okay, we have covered a lot of ground. So let's bring it all together into your final 5-point security checklist to keep you safe and sound.
Think of this as your emergency plan. Number 1, verify their MLA membership online. Number 2, check for their qualifications and years of experience. 3, read those detailed reviews on independent sites. 4, Confirm they've had a DBS check, which, remember, is guaranteed with an MLA member. And 5, ask them about their insurance and guarantees.
So what's the big takeaway here? Taking just a few extra minutes to run through these checks isn't just about not getting overcharged. It's about protecting yourself from faulty parts, from damage to your home, and most importantly, it's about making sure your home is actually secure long after that locksmith is driven away. So, we'll leave you with this final thought. In that moment of panic, it is so easy to rush, but just taking a breath and running through these 5 simple checks can make all the difference in the world. After all, isn't your security worth 5 minutes?